talk to machines. Okay, we are being live streamed right the hell now.
Look how
Facebook,
clear.
Facebook. Hi, it's
Look how
comics.
nice and clear.
Yeah, good. Oh, you don't know how we've been trying. We've been trying to bring you this interview for minutes, 17 minutes.
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome. Today we have a legend. Yay!
Oh, who is it?
We have Nikki Carr here, the Nikki Carr, that Nikki Carr.
Oh.
Not that fake one on the internet. This one, the real one.
That's hilarious. There's a fake one on the internet?
Yeah, there's some other lady that's an artist. I don't think it's you.
No, I have a friend. One of my followers for many years is also Nikki Carr. So.
Oh my goodness. Well, let me tell you the little intro we have for her that I scooped up off of the internet, which is dangerous. She's the daughter of a jazz drummer named Bruno Carr, okay? She's got a childhood she can tell us about. She's a single mother of 4 and a grandmother of 4, it said on the internet. 6! Oh man, the internet sucks.
My kids have been busy since that article came out. Okay? There are 6 grandchildren.
What ages?
Little. The oldest is 12, and I think the youngest is 4.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
how cute. She started comedy at the age of 34 at stand-up at New York Comedy Club.
Yeah.
Her TV debut was on BET's Comic View, you guys. She's OG comedy.
I know.
Oh my gosh. She was in the last comic standing, season 8. She was the top 4, so that makes her the last woman comic standing of 4, season 8. She's been with Charlie Murphy on his Crash comedy show. Martin Lawrence presents First Amendment Stand Up for Family. Martin Lawrence, oh my gosh, I can only dream of things she's done. She has a signature song, the Fat Girls Anthem. Oh my gosh.
I do not sing anymore. Except when I go to Boston, because Jonathan Gates will make me return to the stage and sing it if I don't.
Oh.
That's just what he does.
Jonathan Gates, thank you for keeping her singing. She's been on It's the Showtime at the Apollo, you guys. Oh my God. We have to talk
we don't want to talk about that one day.
Okay, super. She's got 3 independent films under her belt. Show them under your belt there. She's got Change the Game, Gold Digger Killer, and Ass Backwards. And that's not about my life.
Right.
I know firsthand, she's a personal shot in the arm of confidence and love anytime you sit and get to talk with her. She's a Vegas lovely, and everybody here loves her, or they're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So welcome.
Stand outside with bathing suits and stockings and feathers. I don't have any of that.
So welcome to Comic Spot, the Nikki Carr. Oh my God,
Yay.
Nikki. Woo! Pinch me. You're here.
Right. We made it. Finally got it together. We've been trying for a minute.
Yes.
I had to turn my computer off how many times trying to get your voice in here.
I know you're like, I was like, go out and in and out. And you're like, I could get a bad reputation.
I know. If anybody's listening, who was she talking to? Nikki Carr. What did she say? Go in and out and in and out. What?
Oh my gosh. Nikki, what's it been like for you in Vegas during a pandemic, getting to know the new comics? Like I met you here like a year and a half ago. I'm sure you remember.
And, I do.
And I mean, you're
every
such
time you remind me, I'll be like, oh yeah.
Not her again.
No.
But you came to Las Vegas a few short years ago, right?
Yeah, 2018 November.
Yeah. How have you liked being in Vegas? Because you're still a road comic. You're a headliner. You've gone around the world doing
I have
comedy.
a couple times,
My God.
few times. But I like Vegas. I actually live in Henderson and I like it. It's just hot. The first year that I lived here, I never went outside in the daytime ever. And I still got darker. So Vegas is so hot, you can get a moon tan. I did. I got a moon tan. Vegas is hot. Other than that, it's great. There's a lot of water bugs around. I guess that's a desert problem. Not water bugs. We call them water bugs in New York. What you call them out here?
um,
Yes.
Cockroaches.
Okay, yeah, all right. I never saw their little cocks, but yeah, I'm sure they're down there. That's how they got the name.
Oh my gosh, I hate cockroaches. There's so many bugs here. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go back to when you were growing up. I want to imagine being in school with you. What would that have been like to be in, I don't know, let's pick fifth grade. What were you like?
Let's see. My complaint from my teachers was always that I finished my work before everyone and then bothered other people before they were done. So that was my thing in school. My mother really strict, like, and big on education. So yeah, I knew a lot and I was really smart. And then because I'm a nerd, I wrote books at home and an only child. I wrote books and poetry and did puzzles and all kinds of stuff like that. So I'm very much a word nerd still today. My people on Words with Friends, they know about that. Anyway, yeah, I'm very much a word nerd, and I've always been like super intelligent because of my mom.
Wow.
So school bored me.
So she instilled that interest in you.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, she sure did. Her and her little belt.
Oh my gosh. So, um, where did you learn to be funny? Or how did that rear its head? How was that? What
I've
was your
always
story?
been really. I've always been extremely silly. So I guess that helped, with it. Always. Like my mother used to tell me all the time, why are you so silly? But she never said, stop acting silly, ever. She never told me that. She just acknowledged that I was extremely silly.
Wow.
Yeah.
For somebody to be very smart and very silly, that's unique. I mean, there are people who are smart and funny, and like I find that very unique.
Well, no, it's not because a lot of funny people or the people that you feel are funniest are quite intelligent. You can tell by the way they speak, the subjects that they talk about, which I don't talk about a lot of subjects more than myself and my own personal life because I don't like division. And there are a lot of things that I want to talk about that would cause division. Religion, politics, and stuff like that. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I want everybody to just have a good ass time.
And
Period.
I've heard you, and you rock the room. You always slay. You don't just kill, you slay the room. And you do it with a very methodical precision, waste no words, come in and get the people. And I love your style. It's not in your face. It's how do you self-describe your comedy?
Just just like the name of my face, like my dry bar special says, I wish they were jokes. Most of my stuff is true stories, and I live, and once you live, that's why I don't understand joke thieves because everyone has a life, and if you're a comedian, everything is material. So I don't understand, but yeah, most of my stories are true, and they're funny to me. And you have to make light, a lot of painful things become funny things. Like I have jokes about my mother having died, and she was my only uh, parent all my life. And yeah, so
Wow.
normally that wouldn't be funny, but everything is material, and anything that makes you have a funny thought, whether it's something, because people say stuff, sad, jokes about sad stuff all the time, and sometimes it takes the sting out of it, you know.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's my comedy. My comedy is very personal, sometimes observational. You know, something happens, I want to tell you guys about it. That's what I do.
What's
Yeah.
the silliest thing, craziest thing that's ever happened when you've been on stage that you will never forget?
I will never forget the time that I was filming Martin Lawrence First Amendment stand-up, having a magnificent set, getting ready to kill the punchline, and then I noticed off to my left, a small riot had broken out right before the punchline. People were fighting. I just saw fists and people jumping over chairs and everything. It was crazy. So they moved that outside, and I finished the set, and it was great. But that was crazy. Yeah.
Wow. How do you reset the energy of the room when that just goes down? What did you say?
I don't remember what I said, but it was easy to get back to it because first of all, I was almost done. I just had to do the last song or whatever. But it's not hard to get back the energy because everybody saw it. Everybody agreed that it was ridiculous to be happening right there, right then. So, we were all on the same page with that. That was really crazy. A
My
full
goodness.
blown. They were Marine. Were they from the Marines or Navy or somebody? They were all fighting over there. Mm.
Oh my goodness. Wow. So what is it like, to have so much accomplishment? It appears that your accomplishments came early in your career.
Yeah, they came and went. They
And
came and went early in my career.
yeah.
I feel like a lot of people tell me, well, don't fret, it's only been 24 years and it took this one this amount of years and took that one that amount of years. But the thing is, a lot of times it's not who you are, but who you know. And though I know a lot of people, and a lot of people say that they love me, when the opportunity comes, I'm often overlooked, and it's probably because I'm so low profile. There's a lot of things that's going on in my own life that keep me from doing more to stay visible. So the most visibility I have right now is if I do a show and I post a flyer. Um, there are so many things that I want to be doing, but my focus is not there. Like I should have written a book already. July 14th, I was supposed to take that book and present it as a autobiography. And I've not been able to do that because, like I said, a lot of things have happened. I mean, a lot of things have happened. The pandemic, recovering from it, there was a lot. It's a lot. And I'm an introvert, and I live in my mind a lot. And a lot of people tell me I need to stop doing that. Sometimes there's a lot of things that I want to say online, just to maintain high visibility. Maybe somebody will be like, "That's who I could use, Nikki Carr." But my fear of joke thievery even stops me from doing that. Because you put something up and they be like, "What are you talking about? I haven't seen Nikki Carr." But Nikki Carr is on the internet. You've seen it. You know what I mean? There's no way that we can have the same material verbatim. And you know, the first thing they want to say to you is, "Well, Nikki, you know, great minds think alike." And when I hear that, my great mind feels like slapping the shit out of somebody, but their great mind never agrees at that particular point in time. So I don't know when the great minds agree and when they don't. But there's so much more I want to do. I want to do some movies. I want to do some TV, uh, some personal projects. There's a lot. There's a whole lot of stuff that I want to do.
What is the biggest thing that's happened in your career that has pushed you along and kept you going? When going gets tough, where does Nikki get going to keep herself energized in this crazy business?
Uh, music, music. You know, like you said, my dad is a jazz drummer, so I have a very, very heightened love for music, and music helps. Music and weed, yeah.
Music and weed.
Yeah.
So are you very fond of jazz music as a result of your father's career, or every kind?
I like all music. For a long time, I never listened to jazz because I was pissed at him for leaving. But you know, I actually worked at a smooth jazz radio station before I left, before I came here. Um, that was pretty cool.
Ah, very
Very,
cool.
very cool. Yeah, the smooth drive time with Nikki Carr on 106.3. Smooth.
You have a good radio voice. That's awesome that you did that.
Yeah, I would love to do another radio show. That was pretty cool. Like if they ever syndicate, they're a small town radio station, and you know they have some reach, but I don't think to the point where I could still be a part of the show. But Smooth Drive Time with Nikki Carr was my favorite time of the day, of the week. It was great, and I loved all the music because of a lot of songs that I've always liked. Like there's a song called "Keep That Same Old Feeling." I never really thought of that as smooth jazz, but I guess it was. You know, a lot of the smooth jazz artists do a lot of other songs from other genres and make it sound really, really good. You know, like I just love all music, but I was mad at jazz for a lot of years because I was mad at my dad. But now I'm no longer mad at my dad, and I'm no longer mad at jazz. Yeah.
So what about all of the people that have helped you and have come along and helped you in your career, or the things in your career that have catapulted you to the next steps, like classes or clubs that have been supportive, or people that have taken you on the road or sat with you and explained how to be funnier when you were younger in comedy? Like, what are some
I don't have it. I don't
learned?
have anything like that. All I have is the TV. Like I said, I'm an introvert and an only child. As a matter of fact, during Last Comic Standing, all the other comedians, you know, they went to clubs to work out their material, and I just can't do that. I have to do it at home in the mirror by myself, you know. And then
You are a unicorn if that's what you're doing.
that's what
Oh
I
my
heard.
God.
That's what I heard. If it makes me laugh, perhaps it'll make you laugh, but not always, because some jokes crack me up. And I like my Martin Luther King joke I wrote years ago, and I never could get people to laugh at that joke. I thought it was freaking hilarious, but nobody ever laughed. So I stopped telling it, but it's a good ass joke. I'm telling
I
you.
want to hear it.
I talked about how I wish instead of being a civil rights leader that Martin Luther King could have been a comedian. And, you know, because comedians don't get assassinated. And he could have got his same point across and just said things like, a funny thing happened to me on the way to the mountaintop. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Why
Let
do
him laugh.
people?
Let him laugh. Lord have mercy. Let him laugh. But nobody ever laughed at the joke. So
It's funny. I laughed.
I thought it was funny. You thought it was funny. So in the audience of two, I killed with that joke. But people, I don't know if they were afraid to laugh at Martin Luther King or whatever. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't get it.
So my parents, they went through the Holocaust, and I have a favorite joke of mine that people are scared to laugh at. And I love saying it, but I only heard like one person laugh when I said it one time. So I'm scared to say it. And it's, listen, I've got some great news. My parents survived the Holocaust. Isn't that awesome? You know, give it up for my parents survived. But even better, my parents survived the Holocaust that did exist. And it makes me laugh because I'm, you know, sticking it to the people that think that there was no Holocaust.
Right.
But people go, they don't laugh. So I don't try it again. But it makes me laugh every time I think of it because like I'm sticking it to those Holocaust deniers.
Maybe you have to find another way to put it out, because you know what? I didn't get it.
I get
I
you.
didn't get it. And I guess you have to be knowledgeable about the Holocaust, but you know, I'm so stuck on slavery that I didn't really, you know, I don't know much about it.
Yeah,
So
got
if you did it at a place where a lot of people know about the Holocaust, then it would probably be hilarious to them.
it. Yeah, it wouldn't be that fun to be there, but
Right. Martin Luther King, everybody knows who Dr. Martin Luther King was, but they still won't laugh at it. So what the hell?
oh my gosh, I loved it.
Yeah, that was
I loved it.
a funny thing.
Nobody ever,
Heavily on the way to the mountains. I think that's hilarious.
nobody ever assassinates a comedian.
Nobody. You have never heard of a comedian being assassinated
Never,
for their views. No.
never.
Nah, stop it.
They just cancel them. They don't cancel, you know,
Right,
civil rights.
your career.
Yeah.
But you can go
Civil
on.
rights leaders are supposed to have thoughts.
Right, exactly. So maybe there'll be a
What
lot.
is what are you trying to accomplish in your entire life? What do you want to be remembered for off stage and on stage?
Well, off stage and on stage, you see what you see is what you get. Is pretty much the situation. I like people to know that I am a sappy Libra who truly loves everybody until they show me a reason why I shouldn't. And sometimes even after that, you know, I'm an empath, and I wear my heart on my sleeve because it looks nice with my shoes, you know. And I'm honest. I don't even know what else. I'm quiet. You know, I can be in a club or in a comedy room. Have you noticed that? I'll be there 1 minute and I'm talking to everybody, and then you'll look up and you'll be like, did Nikki leave? I do that all the time. First of all, everybody's all spread out. So you have to go to ping, pong, to say goodbye and give hugs and this, that, and the other. And, you know, so I kind of just slide out the door. Sometimes you'll catch me outside the club sitting in my car because I don't know. I don't know what that is. I'm a sad person who's always got happiness to give. I don't know where I get it from. I take no credit for whatever you see on stage. It is all higher power and audience energy. So when people tell me I did a good job on stage, well, guess what, people? It's your fault. You started it with your smiles and your guffaws and stuff like that.
What is it that made you want to go up on stage in the first place?
Well, that's the story I tell all the time about how I was looking for my daughters, and they were about 17 and 18 when I first got into comedy, and I knew that if they were my kids, they watched comedy, and it worked. I went on TV, they saw me, they found me, we were reunited after a lot of years. Wow. And then I just kept doing it because I didn't know you can get paid for being silly. And I didn't know you could see the world for being silly. And I thought that it would lead to movies and plays and all kinds of other sorts of things, but it didn't. It didn't. Most of the people that I teamed up with when I started were veteran comedians, and they could have catapulted me, and we could have made millions of dollars together, but it just didn't work out that way. It didn't work out that way. Instead, it was pretty much they stopped booking me. So yeah, I don't know what to do. I mean, I've never had an agent or a manager or any of that kind of stuff. I don't like the business part of comedy at all. So this might be it for me. Maybe I don't know. I hope not. I hope there's still more to come, but I'm getting old, so if something else is gonna come, it needs to hurry the hell up.
Yes.
Hurry up. But yeah, to answer the question, my mom told me about my father to get famous, and he'll find me. So I use that same formula. Sorry about that. Junior has an empty water bottle, and he loves it.
Aw.
I use that same formula to get my kids back in my life.
That's fabulous. I have a daughter that's not in my life. I've shared with you privately, but that's my goal. The day that we went our separate ways was the day I started comedy. And I hope that she sees that I'm not just giving up because we're not speaking, that I'm going to be strong through this time.
Okay, but she knows how to reach you and all that stuff, right?
Okay. She's just choosing not to.
Oh, okay. Call your mother. Oh, sorry.
It's like almost 8 years.
What, really?
Yes.
I mean, my kids and I, we don't talk much, but, first of all, if it wasn't for social media, I see them every day on social media. I check on all 4 of my kids, and just my middle daughter posts so many pictures of her daughter, but my oldest daughter, she's into something different now. She's a fitness person. She's always been a nurse. She's lost over 100 pounds, I'm sure, and helping people to do the right thing and take care of themselves. She didn't lose her weight the way I did. I lost mine to stress. So she actually working out and changing her diet, and I'm just really, really proud of her. And then we have my son. He's a football boy, and whatever he does. And my middle daughter, she's the one who's always posting her kid. And my youngest daughter, she's 24. She doesn't have any children, but she has some beautiful music out there, man. She got the music gene.
What genre?
I don't even know. I don't know what the genre is, but I know one thing. I've taken her to shows and watched grown men crying at her lyrics. And she is Maldivisa, Maldevisa. Yeah. And then we have me. So
Maldivisa?
Yeah, Maldivisa, Maldevisa. Her music is next level.
I'm gonna look her up. Is she on YouTube?
She's on YouTube, MyTube, TheirTube, Apple, Oranges, Spotify, all of it.
Is that 2 words?
Yep.
Super. I'm gonna go and be a part of her YouTube right now.
Yes, and you can buy her music on Bandcamp. You can buy it on iTunes. She's next level. Trust me.
Super.
A lot of people might say that just because somebody is their kid, but I'm not that person. First of all, because I don't want nobody to come back and be like, I see you just say that because she's your kid. I'm not just saying that because she's my kid. I'm saying it because she's true. Because I would keep it honest with my kid. If she wasn't good, I'd be like, why don't you try, I don't know, retail. But honestly, she's really, really, really good. and I want to hear a lot more from her in the future.
I just subscribed.
Yay.
Yes. And I'll share it too.
Yes. Thanks for the support.
What would you like to say to people about you and supporting you and booking you? There's a lot of club owners and bookers and agents that come on here and watch these videos. So what would you like to say about getting booked in America?
Just do it. Just do it. I wear Nikes all the time because I like that slogan. If you want to book me, just do it. You want me to be in your movie? Put me in it. Just do it. Just do it. I say yes to almost everything because you never know what's going to be, the big hit. And I've done so many things with so many people that have never come to light, and that's discouraging. I don't know where any of that footage is. I did a kind of a misery kind of scene for a guy once, me and another comedian, and it was really good. And I never saw it. Nothing ever happened. I've done so many things with so many people that I don't even know where all of that stuff is. So now I'm grown and I'm saying, let's not do it just to be doing it. If you got something you want me to do, I can play any part. I do thousands of accents. Okay, maybe just two, but still, I can sing a little. I can dance a little. I can drive a lot. That's the name Carr. So if they got something they want me to do, let's damn do it.
That's fabulous. And she kills on stage. I'm telling you, the audience goes for a ride with her like they don't go with anybody else. This is the person, slays every time. Every room, every group of people, knows how to handle a heckler. Oh my gosh. Schooled every comic that night on how to handle a heckler. That was so great. Oh my gosh. People say they know how to handle a heckler. Nikki Carr knows how to handle a heckler.
Hey, but if you don't bother me, I won't bother you, right, Linda?
That's right. You did a fabulous job with the heckler. That Meshuggah heckler. Crazy out of his mind.
He was so angry.
Yes. But you kept him calm where other people would have incited it and made it worse. You didn't.
Yeah, I think the thing that most hurt his feelings was when I talked about his height. He didn't really be upset about that part.
Yeah.
It explained why he had a short attention span as well.
What was really cool about that is everybody else wanted him out of there too. Like they were all on your side.
Yeah, even his girlfriend didn't want to get up and leave when they put him out. Did you see? She was just sitting there, and he was like, "Let's go." I'm having a good time. I love making people laugh, and I love people, and I also love solitude. So how do you figure that one out? I don't know. I guess it's a Libra thing, perfect balance of everything.
You renew your batteries by yourself.
Right.
Me, I'm the opposite. I go to the airport to recharge.
Do you?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, I can. I can. It's like an artist, you don't want to show your drawing before it's all done. I guess that's what it is. And I spend my whole life talking to myself anyway, cracking my own self up and stuff. So
yeah,
that's probably has a lot to do with it. I remember before my first set ever, I spent all my time just talking to myself, working on what I was gonna say, switching, changing, thinking. I don't write jokes down because whatever you write it in can get lost, stolen, damaged. For that to happen to my jokes, you'd have to steal my head, remove my brain. So that's a lot as well to remember so much material. You know, it's a lot.
That's a lot. Wow. You're definitely a unicorn of a comedian,
Thank
because
you.
to what you do and you don't write it down and you don't practice it in front of other people. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Wow. Other people are out doing, you know, oh, this is the way, this is the only way. And you're like, no, that's not.
Right. And a lot of times, I call it mind writing. I do a lot of mind writing when I drive. So yeah,
What is mind writing?
mind writing is for me is when I'm driving thousands or hundreds of miles and I don't have the radio on or anything, and I'm just thinking about funny stuff in my head, or I'm just thinking, or if I look out the window, I see something funny. It's mind writing, and I write it down. Oh, I got to keep that. I got to remember that. You know, as you get
Mind
older, it
writing.
gets a little bit harder. As you get older, it gets a little harder, but you know, what I remember, I deliver. And,
Wow.
yeah,
Wait, Toledo.
yeah. The Fat Girls National Anthem was actually a mind right because I was driving to. I was in New York and I was driving, and everybody it seemed like everybody. Every time I stopped at the light, and people would cross the street, there would be some really huge people wearing like spandex, and I could like see through it and everything. And at the same time, I Believe I Can Fly was on the car radio. So that's how it happened. What I saw and what I'm hearing, what I saw and what I'm hearing, I Believe I Can Fly turned into Buy Your Clothes in Your Size. You know what I mean? It was just a crazy fusion, and it became, by the time I got to the school, I had it written in my mind. I performed it that day. It was great, so I kept it, and then everybody loved it. It was awesome. It was
Wow.
awesome. So that's how the Fat Girls National Anthem came to be. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up and watch that today.
Okay.
Is that available to watch?
It's somewhere. Yeah.
I'll find it. I'll find it right after I get off here. That's gonna be the next thing I do.
Right. I know. I believe Jonathan shared it the last time I did his situation, his room in Boston. I think he shared it, and then my daughter reposted it, so it's out there somewhere. I don't sing it anymore.
I can't wait to hear it. Is there anything that you'd like to cover? Maybe tips to younger comedians or tips to audiences or anything you have to share before we're done here?
Well, the only thing that I always tell young comics is the same thing that I tell the world each time I step on the stage. You have the easiest job in the world. There are literally two rules: be yourself and have a good time. You know, that's it. Be yourself, though. Yourself, not someone else.
No. I get so old watching people that are trying to be something, trying to be.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely right.
Should I let you go?
I don't even know who that is. Somebody from somewhere. I don't know who that was. My phone is really loud and annoying. I know that. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I don't care. It's awesome. It's just so great having you here and getting to talk to you on here. So
And we're
I will.
not clear, not like our first visit. The first visit, I was like, am I on it?
We were giving each other sign language and
Yeah.
texting each other. It was like we would have looked like, I'm 70 years old. You're nowhere near that, but we would have looked like two old ladies with new technology.
But that's what I said. That's what, first of all, I'm happy that we know how to text and do everything in this new economy, this new technology, this new world. We're old world chicks doing new world things. So if it takes us a little longer, if we have a hard time, so what? At least we're doing it. At least we're in the mix.
Yes, don't make fun of us. We're out there trying 4 times as hard as the young people.
That's right. And
Yeah.
succeeding. So there.
Yes.
And we graduated high school without the internet. So there.
Where can people see you on stage this week, this month?
Well, this week I have a room beginning at the Urban Lounge here in Las Vegas. That's actually the first place I performed when I got here. They have a new location. They used to be exactly where 18 Benz is. That's where I met them. And then they moved from there and they have a new location. And I'm going to be doing comedy there on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock. Linda knows the address.
I'll type it on
I
here.
have to look it up. And then Thursday I'll be at Sugar Daddy's. You can always catch me at the Comedy Cellar every now and then. Check the website, and when I'm there, you should be there. I know I'm definitely going to be there this year for the week of my birthday, week beginning January 24th, and my birthday is September 30th. Wow. So I'm performing there that night, and I'm looking for something to do after my birthday. After. I was thinking of everybody meeting up in the parking lot somewhere, bring some music. Let's do a tailgate for my birthday. My last name is Carr. What better place to celebrate a car than in a parking lot? That's what I'm thinking of. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what the weather's going to be. I don't even know what parking lot I could use to do such a thing. It would be reminiscent of the old schoolyard parties that we used to have back in the day in the Bronx. A lot of New Yorkers will remember that, where they used to plug in the equipment to the light posts, and we just be out there partying and stuff until it was time for the cops to come and everybody go home. There was never any fights, no shootings, no nothing, just dancing and loving and partying. And that's what I would love to do on my birthday this year, to find an outdoor space and everybody just show up and tailgate and have a good time. That's what I would love.
You do it, and I'll come on roller skates and bring everybody their drinks.
That would be nice. You see that? I think
that's
a good idea. I think that's a really good idea.
Yes. I told Ty Rivera that your event is Wednesday, starting at 9 p.m. So I have to make sure to tell him it's at the Urban Lounge, Las Vegas, 6145 West Sahara.
Yes, 6145 West Sahara. I said that. I was. Yeah.
Perfect. 8 o'clock, not 9 o'clock. I had the time wrong.
It's 9 o'clock.
Oh, is it 8?
Doors open at 8, showtime at 9.
Okay, perfect. Super.
And they have great food. Oh my gosh, the food is so good.
Like, what's your favorite thing to get there?
Fish. The admission is free, but I encourage that you please do a food minimum. I don't know what the food minimum is going to be. Maybe we could do a $10 food minimum or something like that. You know, this is the first night. We're just getting started, and you're going to want to eat, okay? You're going to want to eat. You're going to want to drink. So it's free admission. Make sure you come through to the Urban Lounge. What's the address again?
6145 West Sahara Avenue.
What Linda said.
Yes, sir, Reba. I'll be there with bells on. Ty's coming. He'll be telling people we're putting the word out with you for you.
Awesome. Thank you for the visual. Linda's going to be there with bells on.
Just don't know where the bells will be. So figure that out.
Well, you come jingling on by. Linda bells, Linda bells.
Thank you so much for the interview time.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
I'm going to go watch your song right now. What's the name of it again?
The Fat Girls National
Anthem. I'll be watching it. And your daughter, who's on YouTube, and she goes by the name of Maldivisa.
That's right.
Maldevisa.
That's my baby.
Yes. Maldivisa?
Yes.
Okay. I got them both. I'm off. Thank you so much, Nikki.
Thank you, Linda.
Nikki Carr.
Thanks for coffee last night, too.
You betcha. Anytime. See you later.
Later.
See you Wednesday night.
Yes, yes.